All right, back at you with another one. Now, this is one I was searching for a while. I had a really hard time finding it. Shout out to my boy Tony on Facebook Marketplace. I was just able to grab it from him and drive a few blocks to pick it up. And this is the Playmates Mega Punching Kong with the Beast Glove Power Punch. As you can see right there. This is a rather large figure, probably about as big as the, well, it scales with the Mega Heat Ray Godzilla from Playmates. So it's bigger than the Giant Godzilla and the Giant Kong and Giant Scar King and Giant Chimo. Scale's a little bit larger than that, but you can see here the box is the same color scheme. The pinks and the blues and the crystals here. And we're going to have Beast Glove, Power Punch, Mega Punching Kong on one side. On the other side, Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire. And then on the back, you're going to have a huge picture of the figure here. Beast Glove, Power Punch, Monster Battle Lights and Sounds. And you're going to see the same write-up. I'm not going to read it because I read it a million times. It's the same write-up for GVK from Playmates. But, yeah, this is a figure I've been wanting to get my hands on for quite some time right now. And I'm very, very happy to have it. As you can see, it looks really good, and it's a big boy. Shout out to Shinrob Jira. He's a big boy. So let's get him out of the box, take a look at him, and see what we got. Okay, so in person, this is a very impressive looking figure. It's got a decent paint job for a figure its size. The Beast Glove looks great. The fur looks really good. You have an excellent facial sculpt and head sculpt for Kong where, man, I mean, the fur looks amazing in the top of the head. The face looks awesome. The mouth, the nose, the eyes are really cool. They look black when it's like this. And, of course, they're going to light up red here when you move it and do the gimmick. But look at those teeth, the tongue, the inside of the mouth, the brow, the top of the eyes. Excellent, man. I mean, that's a really good-looking facial sculpt of Kong right there, and it looks mean and menacing, and I love it. Of course, you got multiple scars here, back and forth from Godzilla on his chest. This just looks very, very nice here. Awesome. And to my surprise, this figure has a lot more articulation than I was expecting, which is really cool. So, you know, it looks to be like you could get it into quite a few poses. So I can't wait to do that. But just, you know, straight for looks-wise, it looks great. Just give you a closer detail here on the Beast Glove. Beast Glove looks amazing. And, yeah, it's just, you know, this has a much better head sculpt than the Roll and Battle Kong, which you know, that was supposed to come out after this, but I wound up seeing that first. I still haven't seen this in a Target near me, you know what I mean? I guess my boy Tony did, and he had it first, but I got it today from him for a reasonable price, and I'm really, really liking it so far. So let's pose this guy. Let me show you what he could do, because I have a feeling it's a little surprising. He's got some good articulation. Let's check it out. Okay, so we're going to start off with a nice running pose here, you know, and it's a different running pose than we typically get on the Playmates. And that's because this is Mega Punching Kong, so the Beast Glove, you know, is part of the gimmick. So, but, and you can't do much with that except bend it at the elbow. But you can see here the elbow, you have elbow articulation, you have fist articulation, and you can move the arms back and out, which is dope. And the legs, basically the same thing. You could get them back pretty far. You have a nice bend at the knee. and bend there at the top of the legs. And that just looks so cool, man. Very, very dope. And you could kind of finagle a Kong on all fours pose. It's not the greatest of runs, but you could still do it, you know? And, yeah. So, not really built for that, but at least we know we can sort of get it like on all fours. Okay, and you can kind of get Kong into a nice, you know, throwing a punch pose here with his left. That looks really nice. I'm loving the detail on this too. You know, the body detail is pretty good, but it really gets impressive towards the head, the neck, the top of the head, his beard. You know, I love the fur on the legs. This is very well done, and that looks really cool. You could have a nice action pose like this. Look at that. That looks so sharp, man. Really, really cool and expressive. You could see here, you can pull the arm out. And it goes even further out than that, but just want to show you the mobility of it. And it seems like, you know, the Beast Glove arm has about 3 different clicks where you could lower and raise it to change, you know, how the punch he throws looks, basically. So let me just run through those for you. All right, so just to give you an idea how it works, it's just kind of an uppercut, you know? But you could click it, one, and it goes higher. Yeah, so it's 2 clicks, basically. A lower one and a higher one where he's like real, and you can see his eyes are red, but yeah, it's just an uppercut, you know? But the eyes look really cool red like that. I love it, you know? It's kind of a weak gimmick if you ask me. It's so stupid, but the figure is so nice looking that it kind of makes up for it, you know? Now, also, another cool part about this is it actually has a button to press on the back that makes the roar work without having to twist the waist. So, and you can make the eyes light up. And it's got 1, 2, looks like 4 different roars, 3 or 4 different roars. And those red eyes are dope, man. And with a little bit of balancing here, and you could turn the leg to the side, you could get a really nice fist in the air pose. I mean, this looks really nice. It doesn't have as much articulation as I thought, you know, so there's only a few poses you could get him in, but it doesn't matter. It just looks really impressive. Way better than the Battle Royal Kong. I'll bring that out just so I could compare it. But this is super cool. Okay, so now to give you a size comparison of the bigger Kongs from the GXK Playmates set here. This is how Roland Battle Kong sizes up to it. And you can see, obviously, Mega Punching Kong is much bigger. And, you know, Roland Battle Kong kind of has a cartoony face. Almost looks like the Kong from the Skull Island cartoon, basically. A cool figure, nonetheless, in its own right, you know. With a weird facial sculpt, but still cool. You know, this face just blows the Roland Battle Kong away, but that's the scale of it. And then, of course, this is the Giant Kong, which also has a better face than Roland Battle Kong, but about the same size there. So you can see the Mega, obviously, is much bigger. Okay, now we're going to do a little size comparison with his counterpart right here, the Mega Heat Ray Godzilla. So, yeah, I thought I was going to be able to get these two together at the store, and Kong was just never there, you know what I mean? So I'm really happy to have them now. And I guess they square pretty good. You know, Godzilla's kind of hunched over here, so if he was standing up straight, the scale would look correct. So, and these are really two nice figures, I have to say. For big figures like this, I like them. I like them a lot, and I'm glad I bought them. And they're not that expensive, $25 a pop, man. You know, you're getting a ginormous Godzilla and Kong, and yeah, I'm just happy. I think maybe I'm pretty much complete with this set. Although I think there's minis. I don't have the minis, but I don't really want those anyway. I think I pretty much have everything else. But these look really nice together. All right, so that's going to wrap up Mega Punching Kong, folks. Do I think it's worth the purchase? Yeah, for $25, I think so. It looks quite impressive on the shelf, I gotta say. It scales well with the Mega Heat Ray Godzilla, and that's who you pair it up with on the shelf. And I like it, you know. It's a fairly good paint job. It's a darker Kong, as you can see here. I like when Kong is more on the gray and black side, so you know, I have a preference for a darker paint job when it comes to Kong than a lighter brown. I like him when he looks almost black and gray. And it's worth it just for this face alone. How nice that is. That is a mean, rough, tough looking Kong face. So, yeah, if you want, go out and get you some Mega Punch and Kong. Like the goddamn video, subscribe to my channel. And I already got some new stuff, so I'll be back at you real soon with something else. Peace.